If you like being able to watch the podcast, make sure to let me know by subscribing to this channel. Everything is working out for me. It's working out for you, too. It just takes believing that it is. We can have, be, and do anything. The key is to care about how you feel and choose to feel good right now. I'm here today with Fabienne Louis, and she's a medical intuitive who just offered me a reading and a clearing for some health issues that I have been suffering from. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk to her and we're going to find out about her amazing story of healing herself and how she has found her path to helping others. Fabienne, thanks for being on the show today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to be here and connect with your community today.
Yes. I'd really like to just get started with your story because you have a pretty miraculous story in how you were able to take hold of your own healing journey and overcome some obstacles. When did that start for you?
Yeah, I think in life, when something like a burnout happened in your life, it's not just one day something happened to you, it's just the cumulative things, in your life. And for me, it was like, oh no, I don't want to see that coming. But it went very, very bad for me. I was suffering from different inflammation. I couldn't recognize myself at one point, gaining weight, being inflamed, having skin issue, allergy issue to food, to anything. I couldn't work anymore. I didn't have energy. So I left my job. I was home and family of two kids. And I was tired. I was always napping during the day. My kids come at home at night. I just put my mask like, oh, mommy is okay. Everything will be all right. I didn't want to worry them. I went to see, many doctors, and every time it's like, we don't know. Let's try this. Let's try that. And nobody couldn't figure out or give me any answers why, my
That's
body was
frustrating.
acting up. Yeah, it was so frustrating. And I felt so devastated because I didn't have any answers. And it went to a point where, one night I was like, I don't know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I mean, it's getting worse. And I completely, I was depressed. I was hiding and not talking to anyone about this, because I did, everybody seems to be happy to go on their life. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why, it's something I do and I don't know why, what's wrong, what did I do wrong for this to happen to me? So, and one night, I already had this call that, I don't know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow. So I need to find a solution. And finally, I decided to listen to this inner voice, that I always have. Of course, I have so many voices.
Yes.
I didn't know which one to listen to, who was telling me, again, but louder this time, you are creating this, if you don't like what you see, just change, the way, you see things, change your beliefs and just
powerful.
trust. And I was okay. So, the next day I started to do my research. I started to, okay, if it's me, what's wrong with me? I need to change something. So, I started to do some research about meditation, people with disease or how they overcome, like terminal illnesses. And I found so many answers, new to me because I wasn't practicing anything, mindfulness. I didn't have time for that. I was so overwhelmed at this time.
I'm curious about where you even started with that research. Did you just say, how am I creating illness? Or did you know to go for meditation?
Yeah.
What led you?
So I look at my symptoms, and I really thought, I was anxious, but also depressed. And, so I like, how do you cure depression by yourself? Or how do you, can you heal from disease? And I was, absolutely thinking that I have a terminal illnesses, even, the doctor couldn't find it and everything. But in my head, it was like, I'm going there, there's no way. And if I had so many people, there are so many books. I mean, it was so much inspiration, and it's always the same. Just connect with your soul, meditate, do practice. And, I started to do so many modalities, touch. Oh, that's great, learning so many things. And then the Qigong really resonates with me. It's an ancient practice 5,000 years ago, and our ancestor knew how to, detect if the energy, something is wrong. We just do breath work, tapping, movement, anything. And it was a combination of so many modalities. And I said, okay, I need to do that. I saw so many great videos of people healing themselves to practicing Qigong. And I'm like, okay, I just go in my backyard, grounded, barefoot, practice at least 1 hour a day. And I was like, oh my gosh, in 1 week, 2 weeks, I was, my symptoms went away. I started to have more energy first, and my skin was better, and I started to
Wow,
lose
that was
weight.
fast. Really? I mean, 2 weeks.
Yeah, because I think I would be very discouraged, if I was doing so much work and no, it's not working again.
Yeah.
No, but I was like, really, it's, people need to know. It's unbelievable. I was so, and so I learned Qigong, and I said, I need to teach Qigong. People need to know. It's amazing, So I really passed the certification, practice more on myself, and really wanted to help more people. And at the same time, it's always develop your intuitions. I was born, intuitive, and, with all this ability. I was always, in people's energy without knowing that I was an empath, a highly sensitive person, and getting messages, for people. And I turned because before, when I was young, I was always in trouble. Like, how do you know that? Can you explain that? I'm like, I don't know. I just know. And
Yeah.
so this time I'm like, okay, maybe I can use that, to get more information. And for me, being intuitive, it's to know, the best choice for you. If you want to work or a new opportunity comes in, how do you know if it's a good one, or if it's, you are still taking the side roads to go to your goal? For me, it's like, oh no, I just want to be on the highway to my big dreams. I don't want to wait. And it was
who does?
in my career, it was the same, always taking the wrong job opportunity, because I have so many beliefs that, I don't have the right diploma. I don't, something will happen if I take this. And I was always taking the small job, and couldn't keep any job and not being happy and everything. So, I really connect with my soul again, being intuitive, and I saw that I have this gift to help other people to scan, their body, and do that for them as well.
Well, I just want to clarify for everybody listening, Qigong, that's spelled Qigong, correct? If anybody wants to look it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't familiar with it until I had spoken with you. But I have a question for you about that. When I was listening to you speak about being intuitive your whole life, I started wondering about energy. And when you're sensitive like that, you're sensitive to energy. And I used to be a mental health counselor, and I got really sick. I developed hives all over my body, and same experience as you. I went to the doctor. No one knew what was wrong, no answers. And now, because I've been working with some intuitives, I understand that my human design is I'm open emotionally. And when you're in that role as a therapist and you're open emotionally, you take on the emotions from other people. And I think that's what manifested this illness. And I'm wondering if it's something similar for you, being sensitive and taking on energy from all around you. That could have manifested in a lot of different physical ailments.
Oh, yes. Yeah, totally. I agree with you. I didn't know. And all my life, my childhood, I was spending my time in people's head. Like, their issue was mine, and I have to find solution for them. So I really lost my connection with myself, knowing, like, people was asking, what do you want to do in life? And I'm like, I don't know. Because I was kind of floating in everybody, looking, what do they do? What should I do? And because, I wasn't asking questions for myself, I was like, I need to help all these people around me, because, I was in their energetic body. And for me, healing at this time, I just knew I wanted to help people, feel better, have hope, and, and when you are little like this, people say, you have to be in the medical field. So I went there. I worked for 3 years in hospital, but the first time I put my feet in the hospital, helping people with cancer treatment, I was like, so in their energy as well, and feeling the sadness and the anxiety and not having any answers to their questions. And I was like overwhelmed, like, what's going on? I thought, they could, feel energized, uplifted after this. And I was even waking up at night and dreaming about them, and like I need to find a solution for them, and
they were tied to you.
I was tired. I was trying and I didn't know. And it was always this question: what's wrong with me? How people do to work in a hospital? And I couldn't. I just passed my certification, but I never went back to work in hospital. And at this time, I didn't know I was an empath and highly sensitive. So I think it's very important for people to know, it's not something wrong with you. You are just emotionally connected with someone, but you have to, to be aware of this, and always, put your mask on oxygen first, and make sure you have kind of a emotional shield around you that, if you can take care of yourself first, you can help more people. And and it's the way it is. But all my life, I didn't understand that. So I was, helping everybody else, my kids, in their life, reading them and doing so many things for them. But I lost my connection with myself, and it took me so many years to find my calling and my purpose. And
I'm thinking about all the other people in the medical field. I mean, you talked about putting your oxygen mask on, but emotionally, like protecting yourself. And it's interesting to think about. We have a lot of people working really hard in the medical field, and we have been for several years with the pandemic, who are also experiencing a lot of fatigue and just downright not feeling joyful in their position in their jobs anymore. And there was all that PPE, right? They had all this equipment they had to wear. But how many people are really protecting themselves energetically in the medical field? And even if you're not as susceptible as somebody who's really sensitive, you're still being exposed to that energy day in and day out. And these are long hours these people are working.
Yes.
So what would you recommend? I mean, if there are any medical professionals listening right now, how would you go about instructing them to protect that aspect?
Yes, that's a great question. And, I'm so grateful for all the work they did. I mean, COVID, the situation, the stress, and overworking so many hours. Not, you need to rest, you need to sleep, you need to do things to bring you joy. And during this time, it was like, no time for this, So for, they are beautiful people. They have this energy. That's their life purpose, to be in hospital. So always connect, take time with ourselves, and understand that, when you go home, what do you bring with you from your work? In your thought, are you thinking about your work when you are with your kids at home? That's little sign, that you are too connected emotionally with someone. It's,
or dreaming about it, like you were.
About it, yeah. And just be talking with someone, but in your head you are still, I need to do that, or thinking about someone, the sadness. So these are a sign that you need to take care of yourself. To go for a walk, maybe in nature. It's great. Nature, you are in frequency, you are one with nature, you can clear yourself, and going with setting your intention. I'm going to cleanse myself, or like a shower or a salt bath, and set the intention. I'm just going to clear myself from, all the negativity, what I say, going back to myself, reconnected with who I am, with my soul, and taking care of yourself. It's going to make you more powerful, to be strong enough to have your oxygen mask on, and to be able to do more work at the hospital. But you always have to cleanse yourself energetically, from that.
Yes.
And be aware.
Even at the hospital, let's just talk about people working at hospitals, but this could really apply to any kind of medical professional. I like the idea, this just came to me while I was listening to you talk, of maybe imagining like an invisible film that's over the door of your patient's room. And as you're leaving them and you walk through the film, it could be like a clearing of your body to release the energy to stay in that room. And now you've entered into a new kind of energy field. But just doing that from each segment of your day could maybe help to not take on quite as so much that you're taking with you, because that load has got to be heavy. I can only imagine.
Yes, I love the picture that you draw. It's beautiful. Another one is just, to see this energy coming down and just pushing away, and be transmuted in the earth, energy, like a white light, or, whatever. Just put a cocoon of white light around you wherever you go. It's your energy, it's your field, and you want to be connected to. even on earth are the energy you are going to cleanse yourself anyway, and you will feel more grounded, less in your head and thinking too much, overthinking things. So yes.
I love that. The people that come to you for readings and for clearings, are there a lot of medical professionals?
No, not so many. I didn't have so many people from medical profession, but that's why I like about it, because I know how it is in the hospital, but I would love to do more for them, because they need that. They don't know that they need self-care, mentally, emotionally, and taking care of themselves. It's so important. And
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
They're in that field, and so they're so focused on Western medicine that there's this whole other area of healing arts that's available that they aren't even aware of. And really, Western medicine can only take you so far, and it's not helping you energetically and emotionally and spiritually like what you're talking about. I think a lot of medical professionals could really benefit from working with someone like you.
Yes, yeah, I really like this idea, and I'm a sound practitioner too, so I love to do like group sound bath, and I really would like to bring that hospital or any people who need this, because even the sound, using the vibration, you lay down, and those are healing vibrations going to your body, going to cleanse you, and you always set your intention as well, to direct the energy, what you want, what you don't want. And the universe is here to help you, you're always, being supported by universe, so it's going to help you.
I feel like we got diverted a little bit, but that was an exciting conversation, and I really feel like there's something happening with that. So I hope that comes into some fruition. Maybe that'll be something down your path. But I want to get back to your story. So here you are now, you're engaged in your own healing, you are meditating, you're doing Qigong, you are 2 weeks into it, and you're noticing the differences. Did it ever come back? Has it stayed away? Are you completely healthy now?
I'm healthy. I look 10 years younger than when I was sick, and it's beautiful, because when you think about your belief and how aging, at this time I was like feeling like I was already 80-year-old woman, like no energy. I mean, 80 women are beautiful,
yeah,
and
80-year-old
everything.
woman, yeah. Well, sure.
But I was thinking,
with the energy.
I was in my early 30s and feeling like 20 years older and everything. And I'm like, it's not the life I dream of, I always dream to have kids and to be the, you can do it, mom, go after your dreams and things like that. And I couldn't recognize myself. So this brought it back to who I am. I found my life purpose in the same way. I developed my intuitive gift, and I feel healthier and healthier. And I'm always like, I don't see aging as and something negative anymore. I'm bringing back my energy. And any wrinkles on your, dark circles, anything, it's a belief system behind it. So I work, on my face, and I used to have like wrinkles here and dark circles, and slowly, they are gone. Because you work on
wait a minute now. We got to talk about that. You got rid of your own wrinkles?
Imagine aging. How many beliefs do we have about aging,
So many. Oh my gosh.
So when you clear that, in any area of your life, you can clear that. It's not about just allergy in the food and things. Your body is here, it can heal, but he wants you to believe that it's possible. So, energetic facelift, it's possible. You can change,
It's like the fountain of youth, the energetic fountain of youth.
And I follow my Qigong master. Some of them decided that they are going to live until 120 and they will be in perfect health, and they are, going there in this direction to be flexible, doing, what they love to do with people. And you can too, if it's your goal, you can get there.
Wow. If I didn't love my gray hair so much, I would try to make it go dark again just to make that happen.
How many beliefs do we have about, a certain age, things are going to, gray hair, menopause and things like that,
Right.
And it's whole belief. So when you believe 100% your body is here, it can adjust itself, and you can have all the energy you want. I love to hike now. I passed my motorbike driving license. It was on my bucket list, for so many years. I want the freedom to travel the world and go hiking anywhere in the world. So I'm like, yeah, why not? Before I was like, no, there's no way I can do that. I was so scared to take a plane. I was scared to going out of the house. And now I'm like traveling the world, meeting people,
Now you're like
having
a
fun.
motorcycle mama.
kind of, but there's no limits. It's whatever you want to experience in this life. I think we came to this life to experience beautiful things and to
Me
learn
too.
lessons. And when we learn our lessons and we clear, release things, we can have whatever we want.
Yeah. I think it really is a powerful thing to sit down and really think about what you want to believe, because our beliefs are just things that we practice thinking over and over again. But is it really what you want to believe, or would you prefer it to be another way? I mean, that could be a very powerful exercise, just sitting down and writing, this is the way I wish it could be, and then start choosing that belief.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It's a connection. And words are very limited. So that's why I like to work with vision and affirmation, not only affirmation, but really think, I am powerful. I am young. I can be young again. I can be free and sexy, whatever you want to manifest, but really feel it in your body and be in this energy that it's possible. You can have it. And just tap into that. Sometimes, of course, you are going to, have a bad day or something, but you can, catch yourself and go back to, no, that's not what I want to experience. It's just something I need to learn here. And I just release, detach from that experience and go back to my GPS. Where do I want to go?
That's
what
right.
is my goal?
Well, we are deliberate creators when we choose to be. When we're creating by default, we get whatever we're feeling or thinking, and we're not real aware of it. But once we make that choice to really formulate our life the way we want it to be, that's when the magic really happens, and so much joy in that. And you are a great example of that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's coming up, it's, really asking the question, it's to be in peace with yourself, with your body, with your life, your relationship. So ask yourself, am I at peace with my body? I am at peace with my skin, my hair, with my job, with my partner, with my kids. And if you feel like, there's something, it's just something that needs to be released. It's not you, it's your mind who just create, this distorted vision that it's not possible, or, something is coming up, and you just clear that, because it's not you. It's just your mind who want to protect you, is overprotective and bring you those false image, or whatever, to scare you away so you stay in your comfort zone. But if you want to go somewhere, you have a dream, whatever, it's a business, relationship, go somewhere, just put this in your vision, in your GPS every morning. This is my intention. It's where I want to go. And, I ask universe to help me to just stay on this path and to clear the path for me.
I really like that this can contribute to all over wellness. This isn't just physical health. This is mental health also. Do you have people come to you for mental health care, people that are depressed and anxious? I mean, you said you were feeling some of those things, but when you started doing your healing, your body started healed, but you also healed mental health.
Yeah.
And is this something that you help people with?
Yes, I do. And, it's not like they come just for mental health. Maybe they see some symptoms, of course, but it's all connected. Mental health, it's your limiting belief. It's, what it's beyond, but it's connected to your emotion. It's maybe you have a symptom already that you can feel in your body because it's an accumulation, of signs that you didn't see or taking, your body is going to show things. And it's just a way to help you to find the way out of this situation. The symptom, it's great to work with because it gives us a direction, what we need to clear and to go there. So mental health is very important. It's good to work with children, from, as soon as it's possible, to trust themselves, to love themselves, to, in this world, it's all about you need to fit in, you need, and we look outside of yourself to find answers and to, just copy paste. I need to be like this to be, part of this group of whatever. And it's all inside and not connecting to the past, because the past is the past. It's already done. You are a new you every second. And
right now.
Yeah, and I think it takes like 3 days for every cell in your body to be renewed. So you can renew as a new person, imagine in 3 days. So why it doesn't happen, or we don't see it happening because we don't believe it's possible, and we go back to the past story, like, oh yeah, but I don't have the right diploma, I didn't do the right situation, so it's not helping me. No, you can create whatever you want now, just connect it to the now present, and not be scared about the future, because the same future, it's not done yet. So why to be scared of something that it's not done? Like I said to my son, why are you so scared about something that didn't happen yet? If you don't like it, just change for something you love and have a vision where you want to go, what you want, and just attract this in your life.
Yeah, there is no fear of the future when you know what's coming because you're creating it.
Yes. And just being the present moment, it's powerful, it's, yeah.
I'm glad you brought up kids too, because this is something that you can do for yourself, but you can also do it for your kids. And there's a lot of parents out there who have sick kids. And that just, my heart goes out, because we want our kids to be happy and healthy and have a great childhood. And when they're not, that's really hard on a parent. So setting your intention for your kids and doing clearings for them, that's possible as well. Is that true?
Yes, that's true. But what I said to people, if you have a mom or a dad, you are the example for your children. So be present, teach them mindfulness, be present in the moment. It's not like don't be on your phone and you are connected to your phone. Spend time with them in nature, with you. Just talk about your emotion, what you feel, and teach them, because we lost this connection. See our Qigong, ancient time, people, what do they do after working all day long? They come, they don't sit, because they know it's not good to come home and just sit and not talking to someone, not doing anything. So they used to connect together, talk, laugh, dance, fire around the fire, using music, dance. You need to check out your body. And it was a way to check out emotions. And they talked to each other. They were connected, and we lost this connection. And I think it's very important as parents to go back to this connection, and not telling your kids you need to do that or this, or you don't do good, but just be the example, show, they will see the change in you. They will just be, they will get your energy, you don't need to say things, just being you, connected, living authentically, and be connected to each other, and be open to talk, or just heart connection, sometimes words, just being connected with them. They will see that they are loved, they are accepted as they are. They don't need to change to be loved by their parents. And that's the most important lesson in life. Yeah.
I love it. Modeling for your kids. That's great. Well, let's let everybody know how they can reach you so that they can come and work with you and have a reading, get a clearing, learn more from you. How can people work with you?
Yeah, so I have a website where we can connect. So it's my name, FabienneLouis.com, FabienneLouis.com. And I'm on Instagram as well, Fabienne Louis Art, ART. And I offer free sessions. It's a consultation for helping people to have recommendation for rapid healing sessions, and to help anyone, and to see, if I can help them with where they want to go in life. And I also do group workshop where we can do group healing. And I like to teach self-healing. So, if it's Qigong or just giving information for people, whatever it is, I feel guided to. I want people to know that the power, it's inside. They have a healer inside of themselves. Anybody can tap into that. So I love to, educate people like me when I was lost, knowing that you can do the same. And that's a great way to be connected to with yourself, with, we are one with universe. So it's good to learn about this connection.
I love that so much. I share that message as well, that you really don't need an external force to create anything for yourself or to be well. It's all within. And I love that we align on that message. So thank you for being here with me today and sharing that with my audience, and just for being you and what you offer. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. It was my pleasure. Anytime.
If you're enjoying the podcast, you can show your support by leaving a rating and a review on your favorite podcast platform. You also can follow Dr. Williams' podcast on all social media platforms, and subscribe on YouTube, and by going to www.drwilliamspodcast.com. Deliberate creation is the key to living life satisfied. And that is my wish for all of you.